professional athlete, there is no greater honor than being enshrined in the Hall of Fame. It means you had one heck of a career, be it as a head coach, team executive, or player. But just because you're in the Hall, it doesn't really mean you deserve to be there. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present 10 Hall of Fame athletes who don't belong. For some reason, a number of athletes that didn't have Hall of Fame careers were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and we're going to list 10 of them for you. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. And a big shout out to Jayson Hoffman for suggesting this list. Leave your ideas down below. You never know, we might choose you next. And make a video based off of your idea. Igor Larionov. One of the first Russians to become a legend in the NHL, Larionov was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008. Now, Larionov did win 3 Stanley Cups with the Detroit Red Wings and won numerous gold medals for his country. But Larionov's career stats aren't exactly Hall of Fame caliber. He played in just 921 NHL games, scoring 169 goals and 644 points. In fact, he only had 2 20-goal seasons in the NHL. Not sure how that got him inducted, but he'll happily take it. Ray Guy. 0 career touchdown passes, 0 career sacks. Guy wasn't a player on offense nor a player on defense. He was a punter for the Raiders franchise from 1973 to 1986 and won 3 Super Bowls with them. But come on, a punter in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Guy averaged 42.4 yards per punt in his career. If it was 60-something yards, we'd somewhat understand. But an average punter in the Hall? Anyone got a clue why? Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo was one of the more underrated NBA players of the 90s, but that doesn't mean he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Mutombo played for 6 teams in his career. He was an 8-time All-Star and 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. But his numbers are far from Hall of Fame caliber. Mutombo averaged 9.8 points and 10.3 rebounds per game in his career. Those are pretty average numbers if you ask us. No offense to Mutombo, but the Hall of Fame voters were overly generous here. Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto may have won 7 World Series championships with the New York Yankees, but he was playing on a dynasty loaded with icons like Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. Rizzuto's career stats were solid, but not great. He batted .273 with 1,588 hits, but just 38 home runs. Rizzuto was surely no Hall of Famer, but again, sometimes the voting committee is generous. Bob Griese. Griese led the Miami Dolphins to a pair of Super Bowl championships. He even led the 72 squad to the only perfect season in the Super Bowl era. Take that, Patriots. Griese was a very good quarterback who took home the 1971 NFL MVP. But was he a Hall of Famer? The stats say no. He had just 192 touchdowns and 25,092 passing yards. To put that in perspective, Jay Cutler has totals better than that, and he'll never be a Hall of Famer. Well, congrats to Griese. We just think that he belongs in that tier below the Hall of Famer level. Pavel Bure. Here's the thing. If knee injuries didn't derail his career, Bure would have put up Hall of Fame-like numbers. The Russian Rocket was a 5-time 50-goal scorer in the NHL, but he only played in 702 games and tallied 437 goals and 779 points. Very, very good numbers. But Hall of Fame? No way. There are many NHL players who have over 1,000 points and aren't in the Hall. How is Bure here? Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski is known for one play, hitting a walk-off home run for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 9th inning of Game 7 in the 1960 World Series. Great for Mazeroski, but one iconic moment shouldn't produce a Hall of Fame ticket. He batted .260 with just 138 home runs. Sure, he won 8 Gold Gloves and 2 World Series, but so what? You can make a case that Cooperstown is the toughest hall to make, but that wasn't the case for Mazeroski, whose above-average career made him a Hall of Famer. Bill Walton. Besides winning the NBA championship in both 1977 and 86, Bill Walton was merely an average center throughout his career. Even in an era where only a handful of superstars existed, Walton didn't dominate much. He was only named to a pair of All-Star games. His career totals, 13.3 points and 10.5 rebounds per game. Walton did have his moments, but the numbers show he didn't actually perform like a Hall of Famer on a consistent basis. Charles Comiskey. Comiskey founded the Chicago White Sox and was also a player and manager throughout his illustrious life. And though he was a 1906 and 1907 World Series champion, Comiskey somewhat disgraced the game of baseball and shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Why is that? Comiskey's White Sox were part of the 1919 infamous Black Sox scandal. That's where 8 Chicago players took bribes from gamblers to throw the World Series. That included Shoeless Joe Jackson, one of the greatest players ever, who the league has refused to allow in the Hall of Fame still to this day. So why is Comiskey a member of it? Doesn't add up. The Baseball Hall of Fame is contradicting itself by rejecting Jackson and allowing Comiskey. Joe Namath. Namath had one iconic NFL moment. He guaranteed that his New York Jets would win Super Bowl III over the 18-point favorite Baltimore Colts, and the Jets won 16-7. Other than that, what was so great about his career? He was only selected for one Pro Bowl. He only had 27,663 career passing yards. And man, he had 173 touchdowns against 220 interceptions. And that's good enough for the Hall of Fame? Sign me up then. What other athletes don't belong in the Hall of Fame? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.